Peace and abundance, family. We are back with another video. I love these, man. Coffee is black. Still doesn't taste good. But let's jump right into it, man. I got a fire quote for y'all today, man. And it's something that we could really unpack. It says, we're going to jump right into it. Do what no one else can do, and you will become what no one else can become. It's like music to my ears. Do what no one else can do, and you will become what no one else can become. Okay, let's unpack this a little bit. It reminds me of something that I heard from a wise man before that says, in order to create an exceptional life, you must become the exception. You cannot create an exceptional life if you don't become the exception. You cannot create a 1%er life, a 1% lifestyle, if you're not willing to do what only 1% of people are willing to do. It is really that simple. Okay? In order to be great, you must do what greatness requires. Okay? So one more time, do what no one else can do, and you will become what no one else can become, man. And, you know, this quote really stood out to me because if you really reflect on it, it's so true, right? The people that reach top levels of success and become the exception, right? Not the good, not the great, but the phenomenal. Those that truly reach the level of being phenomenal, they're just willing to do what a lot of people aren't willing to do. And, you know, right now I'm reading a very great book, you know, Never Finished by David Goggins. Really good book. I'm not an affiliate. Just a really great book. His first one was great too, Can't Hurt Me. But, you know, he has a great example in the book. And he talks about how he was out running on an extremely hot day. And, you know, somebody pulled over and said, yo, David, why are you out here, man? Like, what are you doing out here running at this time in this weather? He said, why are you out here, man? And David Goggins said, because you're not. Because you're not. Right? And it's just a testament that if you want to do something great in your life, if you want to reach certain levels of success that a lot of people don't reach, you have to be willing to do what a lot of people don't do. And that's in all areas of your life, right? When it comes to health and fitness, if you want a specific type of body, you got to put your body through specific types of pain. Okay? You know, I have a lot of people that come up to me in the gym or ask me questions about fitness. And a lot of times when I tell people what I do, they just don't do it. Right? You know, I work out 6-7 days a week. I run. I hate running. I do squats. I hate squats. There's a lot of things that I hate doing that I do. Okay? But when you want to get to a certain level, right? So like for me, for example, I didn't always used to be in the shape that I am in now. Okay? I put on a lot of muscle. I didn't used to have a six-pack. I have a six-pack now, but it took sacrifice. It took going to the gym 6 days a week. It took going on a diet. It took, you know, eating 1 meal a day, right? And cutting down on my caloric intake. Okay? There's certain things that are just required. And it's as simple as that. Are you willing to do what is required? Okay? If you are not somebody that wants to be average, right? Because this is not for the people that want to be average. If you want to be average, then this is not for you, right? This is for the people that want to be the exception, that want to be phenomenal, that want to be in the 1% of the 1%. Okay? And when you think about it, Hormozy put it pretty well, right? If you want to be in the 1% of the 1%, like that's like, pretty much imagine like you're in an arena with like 10,000 people, right? And you're the one person that comes out of that arena, right? 1% of the 1% is 1 out of 10,000 people, right? So if you want to reach highest levels of success, being the 1% of the 1%, you have to be willing to do what 9,999 people aren't willing to do out of 1,000. Okay? Ask yourself, are you living in an exceptional lifestyle right now? If you want to create an exceptional life, what are you doing in your life that's an exception? Do your habits reflect that? Is what you're doing on a daily basis reflective of you being in that top echelon? Or are you doing what a lot of people are doing? Okay? So you really have to reflect and take time to construct your life in a way that makes you the exception, that makes you phenomenal. And it starts with your mindset, your habits, your actions that you do consistently and on a daily basis, whether it's waking up earlier. Okay? I mean, there's certain things that we already know that successful people do, that you could start there. I have a video called The Rich Habits. Go watch that, right? It talks about waking up early. It talks about, studying personal development daily. It talks about fitness and exercise being a part of your daily routine. It talks about building relationships. All of these different things, right? What do the 1% of the 1% do? And you just want to copy that. Right? Success leaves clues. Success is a recipe. There is a set of ingredients, right, that we all have access to that we can apply in our own lives. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Here's something that's very key. It's not only about what you do, but it's also about what you don't do. Okay? Because it's also very important to remove certain things in your life. Okay? What are things in your life that you're doing, that are habits of yours that a lot of people are doing? Okay? Because that means you're grouping yourself in a group of the average of the 9,999. Okay? Now there's a few things in my life that I do that I know separates me, whether it's waking up at 4 a.m., whether it's working out 6-7 days a week, whether it's reading every day, whether it's reading the Bible, studying, gaining wisdom, all of these different things. But there's also things that I know that I need to remove out of my life. One of them is social media, spending too much time on social media. All right, so that's my main focus right now. Right? So it's not also what you do, it's also what are the things that I need to remove out of my life as well. Okay? Now, we can pull from different examples in life. I'm somebody that loves sports. Okay? Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter of all time. Right? He shoots shots every day. He shoots every day. Right? The people at the highest levels, they do the uncommon. When you do the uncommon, you cannot be common. Okay? So remind yourself and understand that if you want to be a multi-millionaire, if you want to create a life of wealth and freedom, if you want a certain body, if you want a certain marriage or relationship, What are you doing that's not average? What are you doing that a lot of people aren't doing? Because remember, do what no one else can do and you will become what no one else can become. In order to create an exceptional life, you must become the exception. And in order to be great, you must do what greatness requires. Hope this video added value to you. If it did, give the channel a subscribe, like it. The channel is all about knowledge, wisdom, understanding, personal development, law of attraction, all things in between. I'm happy to have you here. Much love, peace, love, and abundance until the next video.